Sophia stayed late most nights. Co-founding a company does that to a person. The office becomes a second home, sometimes a first one. She wasn't looking for anything the night she saw it. Adrian had left his laptop open at his desk, still logged into the company messaging app he'd forgotten to sign out of before his flight. One notification banner, 6 words, sent to someone named Brooke. "Miss you already. Can't wait for Tuesday." Adrian was supposed to be in Denver until Thursday. 4 years earlier, Sophia and Adrian had built the company out of a 2-bedroom apartment, splitting equity 50-50 on a handshake before either of them owned a suit nice enough for investor meetings. They'd been partners in every sense of the word before they were ever anything else. Co-founders first, a couple within the year, and eventually married in a courthouse between 2 fundraising rounds because neither of them wanted to lose a week of runway to a wedding. Sophia had always believed their bond was the actual product. The company was just what they built with it. The signs had been there for months, filed under things Sophia had explained away because she was busy running half a company. A hotel charge in a city where they had no clients. A calendar block titled simply Strategy with no attendees listed. A new hire in the marketing department who Adrian had pushed through without the usual founder debate. Her name was Brooke, head of brand. She reported officially to Adrian. Sophia didn't need to hack anything. She was a co-founder with full administrative access to the same company systems Adrian used. Access that had been hers since the day they signed the incorporation papers together. She read 11 months of messages in one sitting. Not out of jealousy. Out of the particular cold clarity of someone finally being handed the missing piece of a puzzle she'd been quietly failing to solve. 11 months. The same 11 months revenue had plateaued and Adrian had stopped showing up to product meetings on time. Brooke wasn't hiding much, as it turned out. People rarely do when they believe they're the only ones paying attention. Sophia learned that Adrian had been the one to create Brooke's role in the first place. A position that hadn't existed before. Budgeted quietly, approved without a founder vote because, technically, headcount under a certain salary threshold didn't require one. He'd built her a job. He'd built himself a reason to work late. Sophia realized, standing at the window, that she'd spent a year mistaking her husband's affair for a difficult growth phase. Sophia didn't file for divorce. Not yet. She filed something else first. A series of quiet, individual coffee meetings with the company's 3 largest investors, the ones whose votes actually mattered at board level. She didn't mention Adrian's affair to any of them. She didn't need to. She simply asked pointed, reasonable questions about governance, about founder dependency risk, about what happens to a cap table when one founder's judgment can no longer be fully trusted. By the end of the week, she held enough proxy support to control the board. Adrian still believed he ran the company. The quarterly investor meeting fell exactly 2 weeks after the laptop notification, and Adrian ran it the way he ran every high-stakes meeting. Charming, fluent in the numbers, utterly certain of the room. Sophia sat beside him at the head of the table, calm, taking notes on a legal pad that had nothing to do with quarterly revenue. Adrian reached the final slide. Future leadership, future vision, and opened the floor for questions, the way he always did, expecting the usual softball round. Sophia stood up before anyone else could speak. She thanked the room for their time, then raised what she called a governance matter requiring immediate board attention. An undisclosed conflict of interest between the CEO and a direct report, and a pattern of unapproved headcount decisions tied to it. Adrian's face went pale in the specific way faces do when a private failure becomes a room full of witnesses. Before he could respond, Sophia added evenly that she now held proxy control of a majority board position, effective that morning. He tried, "This is a personal matter, not a board matter," which might have worked if Brooke's compensation hadn't been quietly flowing through a budget line Adrian approved without disclosure. Sophia let the silence do most of the work after that. She proposed, formally, an immediate leadership review, and reminded the room, gently, that she'd already drafted a transition plan should the board wish to see it. 3 investors asked for a copy before the meeting even ended. Adrian didn't say much else that day. Sophia walked out of the building that evening the same way she'd walked in 4 years earlier, carrying the company like it was hers, because as of that afternoon, it functionally was. She didn't feel triumphant, exactly. She felt like someone who had simply stopped waiting for a partner to notice what she'd already built without him. People love to say never mix love and business. Sophia had a more precise theory now. The problem was never mixing them. It was assuming the other person valued both equally.